For it for Gino! City the lead.
But that was at the ball.
To City. Ahead of the sea is Selena. Game, a very simple finish for her goal, but City in 5 attempts in the league and suffered their joint heaviest loss in the Barclays Women's Super League at City almost 5 years ago when they went down 7-0 to the Sky Blues back in January of 2021. There is no doubt that Villa changed from midweek. Their same 11 that started against Liverpool on Thursday start today. A front three of Rachel Daly, Kirsty Hansen and Maya Hiji-Carter back from injury recently. Lynn Films and Ocean Delon are both suspended, so Noel Meritz and a Patton Manchester City side who have designs on the title for sure. They are top of the table and they are I'm out. It's the 100th appearance in all competitions for Kirsten Kasper. Bunny Shaw netted twice against the East Midlands club. She sits on 99 goals for City. The century will surely come sooner rather than later. On the bench for the hosts, Alex Greenwood, who is back from injury. As for Aston Villa, also unchanged from midweek. Both in 2025, a chance to end the year on a high. The league leaders aiming for a 10th straight win. Villa's only league success versus City coming on the opening weekend of the 22-23 campaign. And although they will have a puncher's chance with the likes of Kirsty Hansen and Rachel Daly up front, there's no doubt here, Helen, that Manchester City are big favourites to pick up the 3 points.
Yeah, ever since that first defeat of the season to Chelsea on that opening day, they've just steamrolled everybody that has come in their path, haven't they? And Aston Villa, although their away form this season has been pretty good, I think for them this is the biggest test yet. And yeah, you don't see much else than a City win, but let's see how this one plays out. Villa are a different side this season to the one they were last year.
This is Maltby for Aston Villa. And now it's with Parker towards D'Angelo, who will take a touch as Virgino looks to close in. It's the typical Manchester City press, high up the pitch, looking to win the ball back, and Villa have got to be confident and competent. Off the back of that late reverse at the hands of Spurs last weekend, they were leading in the 84th minute. They conceded 2 very, very late on, and that's a mistake to let City in. Hemp on that left-hand side with 3 waiting inside the penalty area. Hemp again. Just unable to turn on the edge of the penalty area. Well, the pattern is set inside the opening 2 minutes, you sense. This is Rose. Kasparai. Clever ball forward, but the ball is blocked as it's...
Yeah, she's really come on, hasn't she, for Manchester City in the heart of that midfield. But be interesting to see if Aston Villa persist with playing out the back.
Kasparai with the cross that's deflected away. Rachel Daly will clear to the right-hand side. Chastity Grant gets a good positive touch and now looks to come forward. She was having her jersey pulled there. The referee is going to intervene. That's good officiating, just seeing if the...
They might not get too many of them in that Manchester City penalty area, but just couldn't get the right connection on it to trouble the goalkeeper.
They scored against Birmingham in the League Cup, a game that was 3-3 at the 90. And losing on penalties to their City rivals. Here is Maltby. Threaded through for Hansen, who's full of confidence at the moment. Daly's calling for it! Oh, just unable to get a toe to it. Really good football from Aston Villa. Hansen for Daly.
He's saying there might not be too many opportunities in that penalty area for Aston Villa, but Kirsty Hansen does brilliantly well. Drives the ball into a opportunity missed. Aston Villa really should be ahead at this point, looking at that chance.
Really good run from Hansen. Played it through Manchester City. And here they come again, Aston Villa. Daly once more, just behind her a little. It's towards Hansen, she won't get to it. Maltby might be able to recycle here. We've got a City player down inside the 6-yard box and the referee is going to hold play.
You know, they've started this game exactly how they left off in midweek against Liverpool, and credit to them for that.
Yeah, Natalia Rojo talked about the changes that she made and trying to get minutes into, and she's done well to rotate that squad. And there are injuries and suspensions as well for Aston Villa at the moment, so credit her. We're in the early stages of this fixture, so we'll see how it goes on. But after City started on the front foot, Villa have come back well against the league leaders. Grant. And again, there's good movement here. This will go again, tries to get the cross in. It bounces out for a corner.
There are less teams, there are fewer games. To rack up that number of appearances, she really has done very well and has become such a key part of that City squad and that City team. You know, wearing the armband as well. She's a real leader in that dressing room and gets the most out of herself and her teammates on the pitch.
Daly unable to find a teammate. Manchester City have it once again.
Games, and yes, they're still playing games, but you know, not at the same level as the Champions League, of course. So I think that's done them the world of good.
Fujino aims it back. Yamashita to take a touch, and City will build from the back. 11 of 13 in the 90. They did draw a League Cup game against Newcastle before coming through via a shootout. They will play next weekend in the quarter-finals of that particular competition against West Ham. A flick for Maidamar to curl towards Bunny Shaw. And still Bunny Shaw looks to whip the cross in. And there were 3 players in City colours waiting for the cutback. In all 6 home games this season, Manchester City, last against Manchester United. Unbeaten in 8, their last defeat against United in the semi-final of the Cup last season. Last defeat in the league against Chelsea at home. Scored in their last 8. Top scorers in the BWSL this season. And defensively, they've sharpened up as well recently. Really good ball for Gino on this near side. Parker is across and does the job. Corner.
Yeah, lovely play from Viv.
The League Cup out suspended, as is Delange. Well, 58% possession for Manchester City so far, but no real penetration just yet. Maidamar looking to change that, but she runs into too many Aston Villa players. Average possession this season for Manchester City is 56%, a little bit down on recent campaigns. You do sense that they are slightly different under Andre Eglerts than they were previously. Still a pressing team, still want the ball, but tend to think that they can mix it up a little bit tactically.
Yeah, 100%, and I think that's a good thing. You know, we've just spoken about Aston Villa being stuck playing out of the back when sometimes it might not be the right decision, but if you can get the ball forward with quality, it doesn't have to take 6 passes if it can take 2, and I think that's what we're seeing now. You know, in football in general, the narrative is slightly changed.
Sagawa to curl in. Balls from left and right, not quite hitting the targets for Manchester City just yet.
Eglerts said, didn't he, in his pre-match interview, that he feels they could be better from crossing opportunities and getting the right numbers into the box and the right delivery. And
Kasparai. Fujino. Looking to wriggle away from the attentions of Maltby. Still Fujino. Hasegawa edge of the penalty area. Shaw waits. It's deeper and it's pushed away by D'Angelo. Got to the fight of the ball really well with the Canadian keeper. More work to do here, though. And that's a good catch under pressure from Bunny Shaw.
Yeah, across from Maidamar. Fujino, I really like her as a player on the right for City. In fact, D'Angelo did really well with the first punch. Also gathers herself and then claims that under tremendous pressure from Bunny Shaw. Nice. What the Aston Villa backline are going to want their goalkeeper to be commanding, particularly in that 6-yard box. It's a really key area of the game.
Fujino forward initially, Hasegawa can't quite control. Hichikata, we've seen little of, gets a touch, and now Kendall comes forward. Recent goal scorer for England, of course, and now Daly. Can she get there first? Not quite. Yamashita outside of a penalty area to clear. Sweeper keeper.
Yeah, good goalkeeping here, just for a second thought. Higher position today alongside Kirsty Hansen a little bit more. Someone that will be really boosted by those 2 goals in midweek. Just probably her eyes lit up ever so slightly there, but ball just got away from her.
Yeah, 2 this season. 8 last campaign. 22 in the 22-23 season, when she was brilliant for club and country. Angelo waits. Not quite the press this time around from Manchester City. Daly does well to control that one. Taylor. Good running on the right-hand side. Grant. Hansen inside the box. Still going. Was she brought down? Well, the Villa players...
I wonder if she thinks she should have had a slightly better touch. I mean, it's more of a coming together. There's no real challenge there, but you've seen them given. It was a really good run from Grant on that right-hand side. Does the right thing, trying to cut across Rebecca Kanak. I don't know, it's a tough one, as I said.
Started to drop a little bit deeper. We talked about Maidemar and Daly sort of in the same conversation, maybe not quite as good. Oh, D'Angelo nearly allowed Bunny Shaw to steal in. And City still have it, and Shaw is calling for it, and here is Bunny Shaw! What a save by D'Angelo!
Shaw, it's her first real glimpse of goal, but a good press again from Man City. Good touch, hits it well. It's a fantastic save nonetheless, and that will do D'Angelo the world of good. It's not necessarily her handling that's been the problem, it's what she's doing. You know, a couple of crosses coming in from either side that have been dealt with. So I think they'll be reasonably happy, but I just wonder, will they rue those missed opportunities early on? Or will they be able to conjure up a couple more for themselves?
Did take the lead in this fixture last season, only to lose 2-1. And they have got a poor record. As Hansen looks to break in here. Not quite. She just hesitates this season. Only 3 last term. She's obviously surpassed that, the former Manchester United player. Forward by Taylor initially. Here she is again looking to steal in, but Hasegawa is there. Blinkilda Brown. Villa managed to win it back outside of the boot. Daly racing forward. Flag has stayed down. And Yamashita out to clear. Then the flag goes up. Daly and Chastity Grant have had 1 or 2 neat touches. Ayaki Yamashita is down receiving a little bit of treatment here. 3 clean sheets so far in the BWSL this season. Really good save percentage rate over the last couple of campaigns, slightly down this season to last, where she topped 70%, came from this Okobe Leonessa a couple of summers ago now, title winner in Japan, and a Japanese international who played in recent friendlies, played against Canada, 3-0 success.
The match, and Wahabi's having a torrid time trying to keep hold of her at the moment, you know, whether it's balls into her feet or over the top. Chastity Grant seems to be the one getting more change out of it.
Virginia Kasparai, can she get the ball in towards Bunny Shaw? It's blocked. Parker was in the way. Long ball for Hansen. And then Hijikata goes long. Daly, though, caught on her heels, would never get to that anyway.
To make an impact, as she so often does for her team.
Scored for England against China in the easy friendly win not so long ago. Might be a little tentative there. Hasegawa gets there first. Kasparai taps it forward for Gino to take a touch. Manchester City racing forward with numbers. Blinkilda Brown, momentum of the move, just lost a little. Hasegawa does well. Really good touch from Kasparai to kill the ball towards her. Terrific control and technique. But Villa working hard out of possession as well.
Yeah, they're regaining shape really well. Aston Villa try and stifle those quick attacks from Man City. They've retained the ball, City, but as you said, it was stifled, it was halted and slowed down.
Villa looking to quicken things up at the other end. Hansen, Harby, Hansen, Harby again. punts it long, Shaw to control, goes down, free kick. Well, 10 minutes remaining of a first half that has seen City frustrated in one measure, but Villa have been good in spells and have created good moments in this game. Hemp on the move on the left-hand side, and it's towards Bunny Shaw! Raise your bat for the City Centurion. 100 goals in sky blue, and Bunny Shaw gives Manchester City the lead. And it's 100 goals in sky blue in Manchester City blue that is Bunny Shaw that belts home, and it's City that lead.
Something about that number 9 shirt in blue, isn't it? What a fantastic ball down the left side from Lauren Hemp into Viv Miedemar. She knows exactly where her strike partner's going to be, and Bunny Shaw is not going to miss that. You give her an opportunity from that sort of distance into the corner. Anna Patton tried her very best to try and halt her, but one look up from Miedemar, that's the quality she's got. And then Bunny Shaw just have pressed high from the start. Even more emphasis now on them to go out and get a goal. It could open up some spaces for the City players.
Regino for Shaw. From Taylor, Jakarta for Daly. Oh, is that rather Rose come across? Daly still has it. Might filter through here for Hansen to take aim. And Yamashita makes a comfortable set. Time when they were behind, they were 1 up but 2-1 down in that game. They've come from behind to win the game when they've conceded first since March, when they were 1 down away at Liverpool, only to come back to win 2-1. But that's Liverpool and West Ham. This is Manchester City. It's a significant step up in class. Bunny Shaw on the move once again here, and Shaw looking to use her strength and speed. Was she brought down? Well, again, she looks towards the officials. Parker it was.
Supposed to follow through the secondary movement that just catches Bunny Shaw. I don't think there's any intent in it, and I think a penalty would have been very harsh. I think but really well defended. It looked all the world that Bunny Shaw was just going to get across her and get away, but she perseveres on the wrong side, and I think that little touch from Shaw just helped.
Short corner drilled in, and Blinkhilde Brown went for that. Shaw will take it down, instant control. Grant shows strength against Blinkhilde Brown and does really well. Chastity Grant off on her on. Jakarta over on that right-hand side, but the radar is off just a little. Asagawa to play it forwards. Fujino. Miedemar calling for it, edge of the penalty area. Hemp in a good position as well. It's towards Bunny Shaw. Oh, it's good defensive work once again. It's Parker once again.
Onto her foot to clear the danger. Again, Miedemar playmaking there. Nice little lofted ball from Lauren Hemp. Lucy Parker just at the back post, able to get a touch on it before Bunny Shaw's able to put it in the back of the net.
Sure, but it's Bunny Shaw's goal that's the difference at the minute, and it comes, bounces through, nearly goes straight in. No one gets the touch of either City or Villa persuasion.
Didn't seem to be a foul in there, but she was definitely surrounded. It just sails away to safety in the end, but...
Final 30 seconds of the added on 2 minutes here. Manchester City have the advantage. Asagawa, quick to react to Miedemar calling for it. Hemp wants it, so inevitably does Bunny Shaw. There's another. Well, as soon as you get your 100th, why not move it on to 101? Terrific finish once again into the corner. Sigma were both free, but it's Shaw who gets hurt, and it's another composed finish from City's sharpshooter.
Brilliant from Hasegawa, wins the ball back, and the composure, the technique, the technical ability of Bunny Shaw there. She turns, knows immediately where to run, off the shoulder of Anna Patton, cuts inside, And then once she's in that position, it's inevitable. You just know exactly where it's going to go. There's nothing you can do about it. 101 for the City number 9. Look at that for control. Just absolutely sends Anna Patton and finishes it expertly, as she so often does. Fantastic from Bunny Shaw.
But it's City that get this second half underway. 2 goals to the good. Rachel Maltby has come off and Paula Tomas is the player who's come on, and that's a change for Villa for this second half. This is Hemp with really good save. D'Angelo throws herself across to the right-hand side. Hemp took
to be on her toes nice and early on. D'Angelo in the Villa goal. Tenacity from Lauren Hemp, and then she lets one go with that left foot. Looks like it's heading for the top corner, but D'Angelo gets up and makes a really good save. You feel Villa, if they're going to get back into this game, they're going to need something from the likes of Rachel Daly sooner rather than later.
3 goals against City in her career. Jikau flicks it through, Daly on the move once again. Grant right-hand side, Hansen in a little bit of space. City getting players back behind the ball. It's not the worst ball towards the edge of the penalty area, but the shot
from Lucia Kendall there.
Hemp. Always dangerous when she runs at defenders, looking to wriggle free of the attentions of Maritz. Does get the cross in, Shaw will aim it back. Sagawa for Uhabi. And now Yamashita. Rose. Kasparai. Maidamar gets a little lucky against Tomas. Kasparai gets the shot away. It's cleared by the feet of D'Angelo. She gets down.
Maidamar again playing her part in the build-up. I know all the talk is about Bunny Shaw and her 2 goals, but Maidamar's been good as well, and Kasparai looking to cap her 100th appearance with a goal, but just gets a little bit caught under her feet. Natalia Arroyo will be with her team, but yeah, just not clinical enough in front of goal. And you look at the difference when Bunny Shaw's had 2 shots and 2 goals. That's the difference, and that's what you get when you've got a player of that calibre in your ranks. But they need to keep at it, they need to be persistent, but they just need to make it count at either end of the pitch.
Maidamar reverses it for Shaw! D'Angelo with the save, it's Hemp! And D'Angelo with another stop. Brilliant from the Canadian keeper to get out.
Yeah, 2 really good saves, particularly the first one. Maidamar again trying to set up her teammate. Bunny Shaw gets a good, decent strike. Maybe would have liked it further in the corner. It's a great save from D'Angelo nonetheless. And then she's up really quickly to thwart Lauren Hemp on the rebound at the near post. The one that she can run off.
Yeah, she wasn't going to shirk it. She got there first. Canuck into the book. German international played in the recent Nations League final against Spain. Grant's looking to use her pace and strength and still going. Can she get back up here? Is she counter with a shot? Just unable to keep it down. Big chance for Aston Villa.
Yeah, and again, right-hand side in behind Wahabi's, hands all over her. Credit to Grant for staying on her feet, but she could have gone down and won a free kick or even a penalty. The ball falls. Yeah, there's a little bit of a touch on the hand there, but the football falls to Hijikata, who
but hasn't managed to take them, and she is about to come off. Georgia Mollett is going to come on. And striker who scored against Everton in the 3-3 draw. And Hijikata missed that opportunity just a few moments ago. To the game in midweek for the first time this season after coming on as a sub against Spurs. First BWSL action for her. Sibo Kearns, the player that's come on, an England international. Played in the recent game against Ghana, the 2-0 success. Of course, Lucy Kendall scored in that game. And those two will play in midfield for Aston Villa for the remaining half hour plus.
Yeah, 2 decent options to bring off the bench for Aston Villa there. Kearns has done well since her move from Liverpool, but finds herself out of the team at the moment, but comes on to try and make an impact in this last part of the game for her team.
Enough time to certainly be influential if she can get on the ball. Neat and tidy player. Well, Hemp and Shaw go hunting in packs and have won it back here. Hemp to pull it back, Blinkilda Brown to open up, and then the shot does come in from Fugino. It's cleared away. Blinkilda Brown slips on that. Mullet is there. It's a bit of a scramble inside the Villa penalty area. And tries to make sense of it all. Rahabi, and now Shaw, who's free. Oh, and here's the frame of the goal, and the follow-up is smuggled away, and then he's belted in. It is. Well, the flag is up. Miedemar's effort won't count. And a real scramble inside the area with shots aplenty. Oh, the ball ended up in the back of the net. He's been ruled out for, well, Kasparai, I think, has been called for offside here.
Yeah, I think she's just standing in front of D'Angelo as Fugino's shot comes in. That's the one that the nearly made to pay for that.
Last hat-trick was just over a year ago against Spurs. The treble is still very much on for the BWSL top scorer. Kearns to turn. Sagawa to clear, straight to Missy Kearns, who can get the cross in. Daly was lurking. She had a bit of space to work with herself. And now City come racing forward for Gino, right-hand side. Terrific ball. Parker getting back across. Kasparai is calling for it for Gino! Well, it may well have taken a deflection, but it doesn't matter. It was struck with real force, and Manchester City have a third. And now running away more. A swift counter. Manchester City 3, Aston Villa 0.
Again, that difference. Aston Villa had half a chance to create something at one end. The ball comes to Miedemar, who plays a wonderful pass. That goal is all about the pass from Miedemar. Out to Fugino, who has a good first touch. Perhaps Lucy Parker could have got a bit tighter, a bit closer. Tries to slide to block the shot. Takes a deflection and takes it past D'Angelo, who again is left with very little hope. She's the City making it count when it matters.
City lead by 3. Tomas breaking forward. Daly looking to just hold her on here. He's towards Daly, might fall for Chastity Grant. Easy for Yamashi. First and foremost, City making a couple of changes, as you can see. He's looking back for Alex Greenwood here, who gets a final round of applause from the City faithful. Going off, and obviously plenty coming on as well. Caroline, the Brazilian, for Lauren Hemp. Triple swing.
Out, and you know she's up against it with Grant, who's had a decent game for Villa, as we've mentioned. She'll have her work cut out to keep her quiet, and she'll want to come on and maintain the clean sheet that their side have got at the moment.
Grant. Helped on by Taylor. Tomas. Well, a glancing header.
They're really going to do that, but they'll keep pushing as long as they can.
Tends to curl in, and the header flies in. Really good goal from Aston Villa. Parker stealing in at the blind side, unmarked. They're here to beat Yamashita, and Villa are on the score sheet.
Yeah, fantastic delivery from Kearns, who's obviously come off the bench for Aston Villa. Really good delivery. I don't know how Lucy Parker...
Ball. Yamashita just waits. Game's just got a little disjointed maybe in the last few minutes, and that could help Aston Villa. City looking to reassert here. Gino is all hustle and bustle. And it's the
really good this afternoon. She's found Fagino a number of times this afternoon.
Greenwood, who can deliver a ball, but it's short. And then delivered high towards the back post. Miedemar and Shaw both lurking. Shaw gets something on it. And then a bit of a missed kick. It still might work. Miedemar a yard out, cannot miss. And Manchester City have a fourth. Well, once again, there was penalty area. And it's Manchester City that makes sense of it all. Fluffed effort initially from Fagino, but when the cross came in again, Miedemar could not miss.
Yeah, I'm just saying how many times Miedemar's found Fagino. This time, it's a young Japanese player's time to find her. As you said, miscues the initial shot off of Bunny Shaw's header, but reacts really well, drives it across the goal, and Miedemar in acres of space, couple of hands, half-heartedly go up for an offside, but yeah, no chance of it. And that's what Miedemar does best, finds the back of the net.
Game, a very simple finish for her goal, but she's contributing and how to Manchester City's brilliant run at the moment. She's changed. Top class display. And still 16 minutes remaining, and just when Aston Villa thought they just nudged the door open a little maybe for a positive result, City slam it shut. Moritz to curl in. It was spinning towards Daly, but it's cleared away.
Been a terrific signing, hasn't she? Just after the goal, they were she was bent over with her hands on her knees as if she might have hurt herself when she initially missed the shot. Obviously then sets up the goal, so I don't know if it's then or if it's come since, but she's obviously taken a little bit of a knock.
Injury occurred. There you go. Almost sort of hits the ball into the ground, and the foot goes over the ball.
Yeah, just a couple of sort of awkward moments there, you know, the way she's mishit the Miedemar. No point in risking it now.
Yeah, 4-1 up. Fagino comes off.
Opportunity on the ball, you expect her to cause that Villa back line a few problems.
From stateside soccer, of course, had a spell in Europe with Madrid previously, but made a name at Palmeiras, and obviously a Brazilian international. Copa winner of a few years ago, not the most recent edition. Kasparov for Yamashita. Daly still chasing things down in the 79th minute. City went into trouble, and Moritz will come forward. Grant. Curled in towards the back post, and a chance for Thomas, and she puts it.
Really good cross from Grant on that right-hand side again, showing her quality, and had Yamashita a little bit worried for a moment there. Just mishits that finish. Clean connection on that. There's a really good opportunity of scoring a goal. As I said, a fantastic delivery from Grant from the right-hand side, but teammate wasn't able to find that finish.
Scored in the cup last season, yet to score in the WSL. Opportunity now for City to get another. Flag has gone up once again. Rose controls, but gives it away. Kearns to take a touch, forced forward and then stabbed back. Villa looking to move through the gears, but City have got too many players back once again. Game has lost a little bit of its shape here. Villa have got good numbers inside the City half. Yamashita under pressure. And Aston Villa have managed to win it back here, and surely will score, Will Grant. And eventually Daly, and he's blocked And Aston Villa, who had 3-4 players just outside the sheet, on earth they haven't got a second here.
Yeah, and I think that sums up their afternoon. You know, really good work, doing some really good things, and then just not able to make it count. You know, aside from the Lucy Parker goal, just not being in and around that penalty area.
Daly again, Mullet on the move, Staniforth to join in. City have taken their eye off the ball here. Drilled in low by Denond. Staniforth. Tomas looking to muscle away forwards here, up against Kasparai. She's done well. The Spaniard then runs into Grace Clinton. Staniforth again looking to put the pressure on. She forced the error earlier. So many Villa players inside that City defensive third that the break is on. And Bunny Shaw could be in again here. And it's Bunny Shaw for the hat-trick, opens up a Bunny! That's 3 for Bunny Shaw, it's 5 for Manchester City. And if the game wasn't won before, it certainly is now. 2 goals for Manchester City earlier in the game by wrapping up the win courtesy of a hat-trick. Manchester City 5, Aston Villa 1.
Well, as soon as that ball broke to it was going to end up in the back of the net. I said we hadn't seen much of Carolyn until this point, but she does really well, breaks free of a couple of challenges, lays it through to her teammate Bunny Shaw. Nice and easy, just never ever looked in doubt and just rolls it beyond Sabrina D'Angelo. One of the most composed hat-tricks you'll ever see. Very similar in the sense of opening up that right foot for all 3 goals. You can see what that means to her. The game's done and dusted, but a goal scorer will never shy away from scoring.
At the moment, as if Miedemar comes off, she has contributed with 2 assists and 1 goal, but Bunny Shaw is going to grab the headlines. Her place on the bench. Grant to come forwards, Greenwood's shoulder to shoulder, and Yamashita does the rest. We'll play Chelsea and Arsenal successive weekends in early February. Chelsea at home, Arsenal away. Still got to play Manchester United away also. That presents its own unique challenge. This is Daly, can't get there.
Yamashita in the City goal was able to collect it before we found out. One of those days for Daly, nothing quite falling for her in front of goal.
Clinton's touch. There's an opportunity, but the shot takes a deflection.
Aston Villa's player of the match this afternoon, but doesn't really tell the whole story of the game. But she has had some good saves to make. She's claimed a couple of decent crosses as well. Special mention to Grant, who's had a bit of a quieter second half, I'd say, on the Villa right-hand side. But yeah, one of those days for Villa where a couple of moments could have made all the difference for them.
Shaw's on the move again here, and she could be in once more. Well, D'Angelo comes and gets something of the ball. It ricochets through. Shaw gets back up. It's going to ricochet back towards the keeper again here, D'Angelo. Yeah, it's an oddity, conceding 5, but she can be proud of her performance in many ways.
Yeah, really brave there to stand up to Bunny Shaw, who, again, looks like she's going to just put it into the back of the net, but goalkeeper manages to come out and smother.
For Manchester City, they are in action once more in 2025, but in the quarter-final of the League Cup. Villa's 2025 done and dusted, finished last season really well. This is Shaw breaking forward once more, and it's Bunny Shaw to lay it back this time. City players queuing up. Clinton finds the net. On as a sub late on, and City celebrates his side's rout of Aston Villa. Shaw this time turning sorts as it ricocheted through and back towards Clinton. It took a deflection on its way through, and City lead by 6 goals to 1 with a couple of minutes remaining.
I think that is actually Bunny Shaw's goal, to be quite honest. She does everything to try and set someone else up. Grace Clinton gets the strike and she's there to finish it. I was wondering what she was apologising for when they went to celebrate, but it's because she's got another goal. 103 up.
Well, Shaw does get another, and is a little embarrassed about it. Clinton with the shot, but it ricocheted through, and it's so good in attacking areas.
Yeah, they've been relentless, and when it's your day, it is your day, and it certainly is for Bunny Shaw. She'll be delighted, and as embarrassed as she might pretend to be, she'll be absolutely buzzing that she's got a fourth goal.
City come again. Third time that she scored 4 goals in a game for Manchester City. Just an incredible goal-scoring record for Bunny Shaw.
You just can't keep her quiet.
Gets her 100th goal this afternoon, and then kicks on to get 4 all told in an easy win for Manchester City. Villa got one back through Parker, but Shaw has taken centre stage here. Fujina and Miedemar have also contributed, but the league leaders will head into 2026 in fine form. They've beaten Aston Villa here by 6 goals to 1.
I think it was a good game.